Get you outside, head north to Bellingham, and a beautiful shot here with that new camera we've got. Boy, that looks nice, Adam.
It does. So you can see the clouds up that way too. Less of them up that way than what we had here down here across parts of Central Sound. And that's not going to remain the case. I think everyone does clear out to a certain degree later on into the night, as some of these showers that you see up across the Cascades and storms too, they'll begin to fizzle on out. Now, it's been great news to see some of that rain here across the eastern side of the state, and as without as many other lightning strikes too, but like you're saying, farther south into Oregon. But that moisture will move northward. Then we're going to have another wave come through as we head on into the day tomorrow, with another weak round of energy coming around this area of low pressure. That will start to scoot a little farther to the north, and that's going to introduce rain chances, slightly higher chances for us here closer to western Washington. And the storms too that could come along with it could maybe even spark up maybe at least the chance of a little fire here or there. So that's why we have these red flag warnings out across the eastern slope, or the western slopes of the Olympics and the northwestern slopes of the Cascades, starting up at 2 a.m. tonight until 2 a.m. heading into Wednesday morning. And you can see the dry lightning. That's just a fancy way of saying that we're expecting some thunderstorms without any rain. So that will come on through and could produce, yes, some lightning strikes that possibly could maybe kick off a little flame or two. But Schoolnet side right now in Wishkah, you can see clear skies that are in place, and things actually quieting down and beginning to warm on up a little bit there in Wishkah. La Push, we're definitely dealing with more of the clouds, and those won't really break a whole lot apart as we go on here into the evening. Granite Falls, still expecting to see a few more breaks in the clouds, but for the time being, still pretty cloudy. 72, much cooler today. Southwest winds coming in at 6 miles per hour. Down by about 10 to 15 degrees here across Puget Sound, with most spots here as you get closer to the south coast, seeing those numbers just about the same, but we're just barely getting up to 70 right now in Everett, 69 in Arlington, mid to upper 70s in Bremerton, and then low 80s for Shelton, and right now in Puyallup, where we had just a bit more of that sunshine earlier here into the day. So into the night, here we are, 7 o'clock. We're seeing less of the cloud coverage, but also we're noticing at the same time too, more of that cooler air starting to settle back in for tonight. But then by tomorrow morning, the clouds, they will be back. The rain chances, they'll start to come back around too, and most of them will stay across areas closer to South Sound or either over the Olympic Peninsula. Farther to the east and to the north, not a whole lot really to be worried about as far as rain to start off tomorrow, but this is going to be the time that we'll keep an eye out for possibly a few of those storms here across the east or the western slopes of the Olympic Mountains. Then we go later into the afternoon and you start to notice this second wave of moisture and this chance of storms starting to fire off as we head into the evening there. That's 4 to 5 o'clock heading into the evening hours. More storms possible too as you go across the eastern side of the state. Here across Central Sound and South Sound into the afternoon, not a whole lot, maybe even getting a little more sunshine by that point too. While it looks like rain amounts will be very limited, if you do have one of those showers that do bubble up right over you, could see a quick amount of rain within that, but most of it will stay farther to the west, as we're expecting between 1/4 of an inch to maybe 1/2 an inch, maybe up to 3/4 of an inch as you go on here into tomorrow. Tonight's lows dropping down into those low to mid 50s, and then highs tomorrow starting to bounce back into more the low to mid 70s. So a cooler day there. 79 by Thursday, but a nice sunny and very seasonal stretch of weather ahead through the weekend and to start off next work week.